Hi Boo Thangs! Welcome back to my channel where we listen to spooky stories and eat some yummy food together. Today we have barbecue. This looks delicious. A pulled pork sandwich with some fries, a side of beans, and a side of coleslaw. Y'all, I'm drooling right now. Oh my gosh. And today we're gonna be talking about one of my biggest fears, okay? We're gonna be listening to stories about mimics. I'm so scared, honestly. They're probably one of the top scariest supernatural beings to me. The fact that they can impersonate voices perfectly of people you may know or even yourself, to replicate to other people or to you, to try to be sneaky so that they can get close to you. And appearance wise, they can even appear as like your dog. I've seen videos of dogs in the Appalachian Mountains scratching at the door of the houses trying to get in, and it looks like the house dog or the family dog, but the dog's already inside. It's like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be a crazy one, guys. So yeah, mimics terrify me. I hope that I never encounter a mimic. I hope you guys never encounter a mimic. But first, let's get into our first bites. Yummy. There's the camera. I love beans. Oh man. If any of you Boo Thangs have any recommendations for new lipsticks, because mine be acting a fool. Some that are long lasting, some that you can eat your food and it kind of stays on. Let me know. Drop down in the comments below. Okay Boo Thangs, you know the drill. If you're ready, then go ahead, get yourself your favorite snack. Get yourself a cozy blanket and let's get freaky, Boo Thangs. Let's go. Story number 1.
I'm 33F, going to share what I think was an encounter with a mimic. Sorry for any formatting errors as I am on my phone. I don't remember the exact year or date, but I was between 23 and 25. I don't want to share my town, but I live in Cape Breton, Nova Scotia, Canada. I remember laying in the spare bedroom, which was my room at the time, absent-mindedly scrolling through my phone and texting one of my friends who I was making plans to pick up pending my mother's approval to borrow her car. My mom was gone out, running some errands at the time, and she told me she'd be back in an hour or so. I was just laying around waiting for her to come home. As I'm reading a text from my friend, I hear the front door open, which is a little weird because she usually pulls her car into the attached garage and uses the garage door to enter. The distinct sound of high-heel shoes against hardwood, and my mother saying, "Hi, Jaxie," which is our dog Jackson's nickname that only her and I use. I don't remember where my dog was. He was likely in the bedroom with me, but I can't say for sure. He is a Chihuahua, always follows me around. Then her bedroom door opened and closed, so she went straight from the front door to her bedroom, which is a straight line and my bedroom was in the middle, and said hi to our dog while walking. So I texted my friend that I shouldn't be much longer as Mom is home now. I leave my bedroom to go find my mom, and she is nowhere to be found. I check her bedroom, not there. The garage, not there. I figured she must have just ducked inside to grab something and went back out. I called her cell phone to ask where she went. She sounded confused and told me she's been in Sydney, half-hour away from where I lived, the whole time. Sorry if I over-explained, just trying to paint a picture lol. I didn't think much of it at the time and wrote it off to me hearing things. But that memory is so clear even to this day, and it's been about 10 years. I'd also like to add to that one time Mom and I were laying in her bed watching a movie or something. This would have been around 2020, and we both started to drift off to sleep until a sound of glass shattering woke us both up. It sounded like the sound came from the same room we were in. We both looked at each other with a surprised and confused look, but ultimately decided that we're both too comfortable, and we will clean up the mess in the morning. The morning comes and I wake up first. I go to clean the broken glass and it's nowhere to be found.
Okay, so that's terrifying because, like she said in the story, her mom came in, called her dog a nickname that only they know. Like, how do these mimics know this information? I don't know, but I'm terrified. It's like, are they invisible beings that just kind of linger and watch us in our everyday lives, study us, learn about us, and then it's like, for what? Like, what was the purpose of that? Terrified. Time for our next story.
I really don't know where to post this for help as I'm genuinely freaking out. Just an hour ago, I was sitting at my desk playing video games when I heard my boyfriend say, "Baby," 2 rooms over. The problem with this is my boyfriend works 2 p.m. to 11 p.m. today. My mom also is at a meeting about an hour and a half from where the house is. No one should be in the house except me. When I heard it the first time, I instinctively turned my head towards the sound. Then I cursed myself because that meant I acknowledged whatever just spoke. I quickly turned back to my game and pretended I didn't hear anything. Whatever it was kept saying "baby" in my boyfriend's voice every few minutes or so. I got up to see where my dog was, and he was just laying where he usually was without a care. I tried to coax him to where I was sitting so I felt protected, but he didn't move. I went back to my desk and really tried to ignore it as best I could. Then I decided to call my friend so that I wasn't alone. About 8 minutes into our conversation of me trying to pretend everything is okay, and that I heard nothing but my friend, I hear a whisper right into my ear. Insert my name here. While I was still on the phone, I shut my computer off, grabbed my purse, and headed out the door. I sat in the car with the windows up and locked the doors. That's when I told my friend what was happening and I was freaking out a bit. I drove to my boyfriend's work where I am currently sitting in the parking lot typing this out. I have read stories about mimics and watched videos. I know they probably aren't true, but damn, they scare me. But I never experienced anything like this before. I'm really freaked out and I don't know what to do. I googled how to get rid of them, but there's not really much people have to say with relevance. I really need advice or help here. And mods, if you remove this, please tell me where to post instead because I am seriously scared and don't know what to do. Edit to add. I've always been able to feel spirits since I was little. I've only once felt true malevolence when I was about 15, and I heavily suppressed my ability to feel spirits after that because holy shit, it scared the f*** out of me. Later in life, I was in an accident that I died, but paramedics brought me back to life. Before the accident, I hadn't felt or seen a spirit in years, but as soon as I woke up, I was able to see them clear as day. I didn't try to suppress the ability as pretty much every spirit I saw or felt was just existing and neutral towards me. I felt something when I heard this voice, so I know it's not in my head. I've always unfortunately been a scaredy cat despite dealing with spirits my whole life. I wish I didn't have this ability. I also never really explored how to properly deal with spirits or any rituals or such, because I felt like it wasn't something I'm allowed to do since I have no cultural connection to any of those practices.
Yeah, so I know that you're supposed to be, like, ignoring these types of things, right? Like, if you encounter a bad spirit, a demon, a mimic, whichever, you're supposed to ignore it. But honestly, girl, I don't blame you. Like, sometimes it's like, how do you just ignore it? Does someone have any tips? Because I understand that if you acknowledge it, you're feeding into it, giving it energy, but that's way too scary to just ignore. Sometimes I feel like the best thing to do is like just have the biggest balls, face it, and you tell it what the is up. Period. You say I don't have time for this. Get out of my house. I command you to leave. You don't deserve to be here. I do not give you permission to be here. Go. Show them who's boss. That might not be the smartest advice, but I guess no one really knows what to do. Try your best to ignore it. If it keeps pestering you and getting worse and affecting your life in a negative way, you tell them what's up. I know you can. Boo, thanks. Next story.
I don't know how to start this off, but it pretty much starts back when my dad died back in 2021. We used to own this property down in a small little town in West Virginia. I go down there for many reasons: deer hunting, fishing, and riding. I went down there to visit my dad's ashes because that's where he wanted to be cremated and set by the fire. I went to talk to his ashes, and instantly I felt something off. I felt like I was being watched, and I've never felt this fear before because I'm a very strong person that could lift very heavy weights. Therefore, I just never got scared of many things because I knew I had the strength advantage. Nothing too bad happened until later this night around 8 p.m. to get tucked in bed and leave around 1 p.m. the next day. I wake up to a tapping noise on the window on the somewhat screened door. From what it seemed, it looked like my dad's vase of ashes with his picture on it, and someone was playing some unfunny puppet play joke on me to think they were funny. I opened the door after looking through the foggy window to see absolutely nothing. Later that night, I went to bed after checking around. Keep in mind that I'm all by myself around 12 a.m. I see that stupid same puppet play-like show though, the blurry window. But this time when I went up to the window, my dad's vase of ashes had a voice saying, "It's me, son, your dad," only to see the vase sink to where I can't see it through the window. Because it got too low to see it, only to see a big black head with white eyes and a smile showing all its teeth. It had very bad teeth, about 2 feet wide and 2 feet tall head. I knew this thing was tall and was after me. I went out there to let it know who it or he or she was messing with, only for me to walk out and see a 20 to 30 foot tall-sized veiny creature. I instantly went back inside, locked the door, and called my friend to come to my exact location. It was going to take him about 3 hours, including stops like gas and red lights. The monster stayed there all night through morning, tapping, saying my name and telling me it's my dad. After my friend arrived, the monster was gone. We were able to pack up and leave around 5 a.m. We stopped at a small restaurant local to the town. I hear this 63-year-old woman and 70-year-old man talking about this same monster, and it haunted them too, so I guess I wasn't the only one. It's 2024 now, and for 3 years I haven't stepped foot in that town, and that creature still haunts me and I still get nightmares about it. My girlfriend wants to go down there to see this place for the view, and I keep denying her to go. A quick question for my West Virginians: have you seen this monster?
I really hope that none of y'all have also seen that creature. That sounds so damn scary. And the audacity that they're trying to pretend to be your father who passed away. See that? A big F you to all you mimics. Okay guys, we have 2 more stories. They're short ones though. One of the stories is freaky, but the one we're gonna end on is kind of a happy ending. So, let's do the scary one first.
Just before I say this story, I just wanted to say that this is not fake or AI. This is real. Here's my story. So it all started about a month ago when I caught my wife looking at me creepily. I know, it doesn't sound that creepy, but listen. I was just in my kitchen on my phone until I turned around and see my wife staring at me like a reffing Chucky doll. I didn't scream, but I jumped back. Then she started laughing at my jump, but I could feel something wrong in her expression. The second time was when I was in the shower and I turned towards the curtains and literally see my wife staring at me. I actually screamed this time. Her neck looked wrong. Her entire face was shoved into the shower. I could just see her face sticking out. I got this weird feeling in my chest. Ever heard of a mimic? Kind of looked like that. It was wrong. The next really weird encounter was with me and my son. I didn't experience myself, but he did. He said that he had a weird encounter. I was at work. My wife is a stay-alone wife. and my son told me about this. He said that he was playing video games upstairs and he looked outside and saw my wife, but that was impossible. My wife was supposed to be making dinner. He got up and walked downstairs to find my wife, and yet my wife was in the kitchen. He asked her about it, and my son told me that she said, "What? I've been here the entire time." The next time was for me myself. In the middle of the night, I went up to go to the bathroom. Once I came back, I laid back down and rolled over, only to see her looking at me with this wide, grotesque grin, like a horror movie grin. It honestly freaked me out, and I screamed. She didn't laugh this time. I didn't sleep for the rest of the night. I don't know what's going on, if it's something paranormal or just something else. But no matter the cause, it's seriously freaking me out. A few more encounters like this have happened, but there's too many to say here.
Okay, not gonna lie, this is why people are terrified to take showers with the curtains where you can't see anything. You always be popping your head out like, oh, there's someone there. Or you close your eyes for 2 seconds in the shower to wash your face. And then, guess what? There's a smiling mimic of your wife. There's a smiling mimic of your wife in the shower with a bent neck. They always try to get you when you're most vulnerable. And that's terrifying. I hate the smiling. What's with the smiling? Like, you're not smiling because you're friendly. You're trying to be like passive aggressive or something. And I'm not here for it. Don't smile at me. It's terrifying and fake. We don't like fake. Okay, boo thanks. Let's end on a good note. We have a good story. Let's go.
I've never posted on Reddit. I really just listen to stories on TikTok TBH. Also, I'm sorry if it's hard to read. It's currently 6:50. I'm so sorry. So last night I went to bed at around midnight, but woke up at around 1:20 and felt something cold on me, so I opened my eyes just a bit, and saw looked like a woman above me tucking me in and patting down the blanket so I was comfortable. I wasn't scared or confused because she was my mom. I didn't necessarily hear her, but I felt her tell me goodnight, and after a minute of laying in bed, I felt her presence leave me, and I immediately texted my mom about it. I didn't tell her details, but I told her my mom tucked me in. But it wasn't her at 1:22 a.m. at 5:13 a.m. My mom texted me back and told me she was so sorry, and Elle later came into my room at 5:30. She sat down on my bed and asked me if I remember having any dreams like this before, and I said no, and that it didn't feel like a dream. She asked if I was sure I don't remember have dreams like this before. I told her I really don't remember. She kinda just laid down next to me and told me when I was little, I'd tell her about seeing my mom the night before and that it freaked her out, so she didn't bring it up until now. I usually try not to jump to like ghosts and spurt stuff because there's always a reasonable explanation. But this truly did not feel like a dream. What I felt and saw was my mother, just not the mother I currently have, but it feels as if she's been with me for a long time. Am I crazy? Like, was this a dream, or was this real? I'm sorry this got so long. It's now 7:13 a.m., and I have an interview to get ready for soon. I likely didn't describe this right or enough, but for me it's early, and I'm very tired.
See, like, that was a nice mimic story. Girl, if my kids ever tell me that they saw me when they did not see me, girl, we call in the priest. We burning the sage. That would be crazy. But that mimic was like friendly, like tucking him in, making him feel safe and secure, so I don't know what's up with that. What do you guys think? Comment down below what you guys think. What is the deal with mimics? Okay guys, we have one last bite, so let's get this last bite. was so yummy. I could eat barbecue food every day. Give me the ribs, give me the chicken, give me the cornbread, the beans, the slaw, the brisket, yes. So boo thanks, what did we think about those stories today? And if you have any of your own stories, please send me an email. I'll drop my email down here, boothangmukbang@gmail.com. And don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, guys. It would mean the world to me. And you can connect with me on my socials and message me directly, and we can talk about it. I love talking about spooky stuff, so reach out anytime. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Keep it freaky, boo.